Hi! Are you guys ready to have some really calm party time? Does that make sense? Is that an oxymoron? Calm party time? Hi, Trish. Hey, Evie. Hi, Mo. Bad thunderstorms. Oh, man, it's been so long since we've had one of those. I really like a thunderstorm, as long as it's not like on my house. So I hope you guys are being safe. So anybody that comes today will get another. I have a list here from comments from the gel printing June and July for the contest. But anybody that comes today is going to get another entry. Hi, Julie. Oh, it's cold there. Uh, I'm up here in the AC right now. Oh, yeah. I hope it doesn't affect the stream too. I've been having weird internet. I had to reset it before. Panka, hello. I'm going to put your name on the list. Here it goes. Panka's going on the list. So I have a list going, and after today and any other comments that are on today's stream, they're going to be winning a super prize from me, and then all the prizes are going to go out. So it should be fun, and I will announce that. I also need to announce we are having our postcard swap now. Now that is all over, I am going to be taking signups. I tried to do a sign up on my community page, but I think people just don't really see the community page that often. It's just not front and center, and I don't know how they streamline that unless you scroll over to hit community. It's kind of weird. So if you're new here, and watching on replay, thank you so much for being here. Hi, Anina, and you're on my list too. I'm gonna give you another little check mark here. Let's get you going there. All right. So you have 3 check marks for comments, and that's right. Dunce cap in the corner for you. Kylie, hi. And of course, we have our lovely Kylie Koo. And Kylie, I didn't ask anybody today. Lisa is at Niagara Falls. And with what we're doing today, I shouldn't really need a mod. I'll just look up once in a while because I won't have to get in the zone all that often. What we're doing today is we are prepping our books for altering. And then I would like to tell you kind of how we're going to use those books together for some art therapy and kind of whatever takes our fancy. They don't have to have a theme. They can be like an art journal. You can use them like an art journal page one day, and the next day it can be a junk journal page. You can use, things you find in magazines that you like. You can do like a super collage on it. Hi, Evie. Anything you want. Anything. Hi, Lagia. I'm so glad you're here. Let me add you to my list. Now, any of you that are from out of the country, I might streamline your gift, and part of it might be digital. So we will see how that goes. Because if you're in the States, I know it's really sad and it's not fair, but it's easier to obviously send it inside the States, and you're more likely to get a different package from me. I do, if you remember right, we are doing. You'll have a choice of a stencil, of one of the small ones. And then I'm going to be giving away this little book that I made a couple years ago, actually. And then I have some other things that are going to go with this. It's got lots of jangles. So this is off to the side. It's so nice to have you all here. Yeah, and while you're thinking about it, a thumbs up and a subscribe if you're not would be amazing. The community page is really hard, Mo. What you have to do is go to my actual page where you click on the little circle, and then you have to scroll over And so it's like not visible. And that's why I don't like that community page on YouTube. So maybe what I will do, what I'm thinking is I will let you guys sign up. Hi, Susan. Welcome. It's good to have you. I will have everybody sign up below in the comments after the video is over, so it doesn't show up in the comments right now, and they're together. So just your name and what country you're from, and if you are, yes or no, willing to send out of the country. So that's all we need. Yeah, it is really weird, Mo. You do have to scroll over. It's not just handy to find. So, I went there today to see if anybody had signed up there, and I see there's like one person. So I just know it's hard to find. And I will also, besides commenting on this video below, I will also put a post on Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists for PM Artist Studio, because I know everybody's been doing a postcard. Hi, Miriam. A postcard swap over there, or I mean a postcard challenge over there via Carrie the Crafter, and you've done 31 days. So I know y'all have a pile of postcards to send out to friends or to do a swap. So it should be a lot of fun. And it will be anything that fits in a regular size envelope. So we're not trying to go crazy and fill a huge package. What we're filling is a regular size envelope that might hold a card. That's it. Hi, Lexi. Oh, yeah. Okay. I am not going to say one way or another. If you know, you know. I would like to say I have a platform here. Hi, Tracy. And I don't want to offend anyone, and I don't want to send anyone away or make anybody feel uncomfortable. And I'm not trying to have this discussion, except for we're all women. Let's fight for our rights. Let's find the change that we need in this country, and let's band together, because we need to do it for our granddaughters. So if you live in the US, you know what's going on. There are so many reasons, but if only just for that thought alone, we band together and do the right thing for the future of womankind. That's right, Lagia. That is absolutely right. So without having a huge, political discussion, I'm going to leave this right here for now. Just so you all right there. It's just so you all can see it. And if you know, you know. And I'm going to try not to, I get really dumb with the news. That's where I've been. And I get sucked in, and I end up getting like overly involved, and I'm donating, and I'm, I've got a sign out front, and I've got, I'm going to try to, I've been meditating a lot. I'm going to try to find my inner peace, and we are going to use these journals like an art therapy altered book. So it'll be mixed media all the way, but it'll be art therapy for us. So there'll be times when we're going to pull it out and we're going to concentrate on it for a little while, and it should be a lot of fun. So I hope I didn't offend anybody with that, but offending all these women here to stand up for their rights should not be a hard sell. So that is all. And the one other thing I would like to say, if you're only watching one news source, please change the channel. Find out what is happening, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. Okay? So that's it. I'm going to leave that alone now. Okay. I'm going to do a little flip through about what I've been going on, or what's been going on in my world. So I've been engrossed in news. I've been meditating. I've had lots of appointments. I had like a hearing thing about some stuff that is a good thing. And I'm waiting for some answers. And during that, I'm all stressed out. So I made a bucket for these things that we started last time. And I love these, you guys. I just have enjoyed this so much. And you guys saw some of these, right? Okay. So I want to show you the ones you didn't see. You guys saw these, and I do feel like these all could be on a ring or in a book, in a square book. You didn't see Relax Dude. I like him. The Queen of Hearts. I tried to come up with some new and unusual shapes, and it says make it happen. And then if I did turn it into a book, I would think I decided to play with another shape here. And it would be fun to have a larger one in the front and back if I did decide to bind those. And it's Save Our Democracy, and she's a goddess, and that is her stomach for a reason. So that goes behind. Okay, others that you did not see. It says, hey, babe, take a walk on the wild side. That's it's a photograph out of an old magazine. Isn't she cute? She's really cute. These ones I want to fiddle with some more. I feel like he's the oligarchy. I feel like he's the old world man telling us what to do. I have the kid here. I feel like she might be done. We are fearless, independent, and original. I don't know if you guys can see that. I am taking her. So these ones are going back in the bucket with my roll of markers and my little scissors and whatever. I've got some stuff in there, and they're just sitting next to my chair. I mean, I haven't worked on them every day, but these go back in the bucket to fiddle with. I'm putting them in there now. This one, watch out for weirdos. This is actually an old painting, and I don't know what's going on with her face there, but I'm going to guess that she had the plague and she was covering spots on her face or sickness on her face, and she was royalty, so she had to wear that. That's what I'm thinking. But it says, watch out for weirdos, which I love, love, love. And, of course, I had to do a steampunk version, and it says we are not going back. And notice her style. It's very, yeah. So those are the ones that are done. And I thought, you know what? I made this a long time ago, and it was pink. I made this like 3 years ago. This could be my front. This could be my back. How fun would that be? Seriously, that would be fun. Okay, so let's get to our books. Who is going to do this? I hope you all do this with me, because it's going to be really fun to, oh, thanks guys. It's going to be really fun to kind of pull these out and do them together. And the fact that you can do any style you want from day to day, depending on your mood, you can pull them out for art therapy anytime you want, you know, or we could pull them out on some Saturdays together, and we will be doing that for the next couple months probably. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you've chosen an old book. You're going to want one that's, got an inch spine or larger. And I have a little thing to share. I never put a cover on this yet because I never felt like I was done with it. I started this 3 years ago, and it was my very first. Hi, Teresa. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Did I bend this clip? It came like this. You can buy them by the box full on Amazon. And I think they're called owl clips. That's just the name of it. So what we're doing today is not going to be super difficult. So if you don't have your old book picked out yet, which you can find at charity shops, yard sales, it is yard sale season. Libraries sometimes give them away, dump them, sell them, and think of this. A lot of old books, they have mass produced and nobody wants them. So don't feel bad about what we're going to do to the book. We are going to honor the book. Okay. Yes, Julie. And I will tell you why in a minute. this is 3 years old. Okay. This is pre-Texture Junkies. This is my old channel. This is something I started back then. And this was my very first declaration. Do you remember when we did the declaration? Like, you give yourself permission to make mistakes, to get messy, to make crap art and experiment and discover and recover. And it's a safe space that I choose to do what is in my heart. And this is something we will be starting out with when we start filling our books. And obviously you can go off on your own, fill your books. I recommend a pocket in the front and the back to start holding like things you want to tuck in there. And I put a little ticket here that says start here, and creativity is contagious, pass it on. I chose this one because it is a book of etiquette, which no one wants anymore. And it's hilarious. And they mass produce these and tried to make us conform, you know, as women. They told us we weren't being ladylike enough, apparently. But this is a place you can tuck cards from your husband, you know, things like that, or your kids or whatever. And I'm just going to kind of do a quick little flip through here and show you kind of how I use this. This was before I had a gel plate. Before. This was just junk journal-y, sort of collage-y. There's lots of ways to do it, but it depends. You know, your style can change from day to day. It does not have to have a theme. We will have a lot of fun with the cover. And I saw this as my husband and I, a precious little thing called Love. I love her. She's so cute. We can use scrapbook paper. We can use our super scraps for this. We can use our roll-offs. It's just going to be a lot of fun. That girl, they're faded because they're out of an old magazine, and this is loaded with pockets. Like I got that from a friend. I mean, this is a place to store things from friends and family members. And then some of the pages get to be even pockets. I just stuck this there because I wanted to show that there was a pocket there. More pockets that I added. Some of these more plain. I love this. I just love this. It's given me all the feels. And I think these are papers from my spray box, if I remember right. But we'll get to use mixed media in these, as long as it's not too thick. There's a bit of lace here, in any way we choose. Let me see, what book will be my sacrifice to the art goddess? Yes, absolutely. You're not home tonight, only 15% battery. Aw, and that's okay. I'm sorry about that. Yes, conform. Yeah, can we say that, Mo, or will I get kicked off of YouTube for that? I know I can say it on TikTok. It's okay if anybody wants to play along later. It's not going to be hard when we get to our book for you to understand what it is that we're doing, because there is a technique here to make the book hold all your pages. There is some things that have to come out. So some of these I scribbled. I don't know if you can see, there's writing right here. This was a personal like diary entry to me. Another way you can do that is to write on it and then cover it. You know it's there. That's important, right? Yeah, I hope we don't lose you, Kylie, but if we do, we understand. So some of these pages are actually ready for me to add other things. Oh, this was one of my favorite spreads. This came from Judy P. When I first met her. And then check this out. I've got a crow here on a little tag. She flips back. I have a nun. I love her. And then it's just collaged. You know, this is a great way to use all those little scraps up. So sky's the limit. If you want to, you know, go junk journal one page, collage the next page, not finished. I did leave some empty spaces for myself here. The funny little group of ladies. This is us. This must be us, right? I can be the little crooked head one in the back. Must be us. You can use stuff out of magazines. I painted a paintbrush. This was one of my favorites, and she's the one that looks like me. This girl, and I have a memo, and I just printed her out, and I gave her a little lace skirt. She's a little paper doll in a frame. This is out of an old book, and remarkably, this was from 2020, and this says "Votes for Women." Isn't that weird? There was a voting theme going on in here, and I did not even know ahead of time that that was going to happen. Miriam is a good girl. And some of these are really messy. Like, what you do is you want to take your gesso and just kind of smear it around where you need it, and then plan on going in and stamping there. Or you could write, life is grand. You know, we got to trick our brains sometimes. And I love this spread. Do you see she's meditating? I love that spread. You could do a Joan of Arc spread, sure. And if you want, we could do like a theme together. If you guys request it, if you're feeling stuck or you don't know where to begin, maybe the first one we'll do a theme. See how they change from page to page with no, you know, like, because each one is a different day. A lot of scraps. Should have saved her for the circus, man. Save your book pages that we're going to tear out. This one is very political, and there was a lot of writing, and, you know, cast your ballot, and don't forget to vote for every small seat, because those are important too, all the way up. It trickles down. Money doesn't, but politicians do. Yeah. This one, and, you know, there's some undone ones here. There's little pockets that I've added. Love that spray box. That one was good too. And it's like a courthouse. And I've got some writing here. And I am the only one that needs to read the writing. This is a personal art diary is what it is. So, yeah, this one's a little bit bigger, but what we do is we take out a lot of the pages for a reason, so that we have room to fit our stuff, you know? So I'm just going to cruise along here. I love that she's pregnant. You know, and there was, you know, places if I wanted to add a photo or I wanted to add more stuff. And this one, I glued everything down, and then I think it was a napkin, and then I went over it with gesso, so it was prepared. These ones, you can add pockets ahead of time. See that? I don't even think I owned art glitter glue when I did this. So these probably could use some reinforcing. They came out of a magazine. I loved this. This was like I don't even know what that was, but I love it. I stuck those on my printer and just printed it out. Another one that's just ready to finish, and, you know, just little scraps. You might have these little scraps laying around, and you might. I used the word might there. Did you get what I was saying? I'm not sure how many pages this is. It is a larger sized book. Did you see this spine on it? We're almost done here. But, you know, what we're going to concentrate on today is an inch or larger. And you're going to want to have, you know, unless you plan on covering the entire thing, which letting some of the book hang out, I think makes it, you know, when we go to cover, I think kind of keeps in mind that it was an old book. You know, this is just, you know, a print, some paint I scraped. Love this spread. I love it. And I don't know where my brain was here, but it was good. I need to do that again. I don't know what happened. You know, this is a place to doodle. It's a place to play, place to try out that new stamp or, you know, whatever. And if you find that your pages are sticking together while you're working, we're going to have a book board, and we're going to have something like this to keep our newest pages from sticking. But another thing you can do is powder. If you use powder, that's a little bit much, and then brush it off, you'll be surprised that will do the trick. And now I have it everywhere. But, you know, but that kind of takes away any sticky that it might have. Let's see. Boy, that one was thick. I think it's a pocket. Is it a pocket? No, not a pocket. She was unfinished yet. Unfinished. So I'm getting back to the back here where, okay, and then on some of them, you're going to want to use gesso. Just, you know, you may not want to glue anything to it. You're just going to add your gesso and prepare it to paint on. It doesn't matter about that, Julie. I will show you, hold on a minute, and I will show you how we prep these. And you're going to want a book, you know, that's been sewed like this, or a book. I've got two different kinds here. You'll understand when I get started. What other questions do we have here? Let's see. This might be a great place to add our postcards from a postcard swap. You know, things from friends like that. Here, I actually did this one yesterday because I wanted to do an updated version. And all I did was make a pocket. Something I do recommend is micropore tape. And this is medical tape, but it's very thin. And you can use it on your spine. You can use it. There's another way to do that too. You can use it, you know, for many things for your book binding or book layouts. Just scraps. And I kind of treated this one like our odd shaped cards that we've been making. So, okay. So lastly, this is one style of pocket you can make, and you may come up with some other new ones too. But folding it in, and I only inked it so you could see the edge there, and then you glue it. And then this is another style right here where you might have, see, these back ones aren't glued together yet, but you might have a pocket. Now you're going to have to do some, I'll show you in a minute. You're going to have to do some thinning, and you're going to want to use your bone folder. And I inked it so you could see the difference. You'll want to cover these, unless you're not going to cover them, before you glue them down. So I left it open, you know, so that could be technically 3 pockets right there that line up. 1, 2, 3. And that's why I gave them the thumb holes. Yeah. Things from friends are nice. Did I miss any other questions? Need to choose a book that doesn't have sewed. I'll show you that in just a moment. Washi tape might work, but this medical tape, it is micropore tape. It is porous, obviously from the name. It is almost completely sheer, and it's very sticky. So, yeah. And it's kind of fun to paint on too. So that being said, I'm going to put my little etiquette book aside here, and let's start prepping our book. One of the things we might want to look at, I've got 2 different books here. I think this is a good size to start off with. One of the, you know, smaller ones. And I think this is beautiful, but I don't think I want to use this one because I think this is gorgeous. Do you guys see the flowers? I think this is so gorgeous on its own. And I don't think I would want to cover that. There's also a dude here I just noticed. I never even noticed that. And then it's got a beautiful, beautiful spine. And raggedy is great. However, If the pages are crumbly, you can't use it because there's no way to reinforce it, and they're going to crumble away while we prep, they're going to crumble away. And let's see. So this one is probably out. Beautiful, but I may just use this in a different way, I think. Yeah. What brand is my tape? It is just medical tape, and I got it in a box of 6 on Amazon. It's not anything special. It's just medical micropore tape. That's it. It's way better than washi tape because, you know, you find that washi tape you have to glue down. So I'm going to put this one aside, and let me get rid of this. Yeah, there is no getting rid of that. Okay, so this is the Gospel in the Stars, and old religious books are perfect for this because they mass produce them, and there's a lot of old ones that no one wants to read that music anymore, or you know, there's a lot of reason. We can put medical tape in our medical books. Teresa asked if the micropore will make it good washi tape, or Julie asked, oh, okay, we addressed that. Okay, so make sure while we're doing this, I'll look up periodically because it's not too hard. These pages are strong enough. They're not too crumbly. They're just right. And a smaller book is also a better way to start out because it's your first one. And the quicker you get it done, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment and you'll want to start another one because these are really fun. You ask the pharmacy people here which ones are extra sticky. They're all sticky. If it's medical tape, they're all sticky, Julie, because they're intended to put over a wound. So they're sticky, you know. Okay, so this is a little bit worn out here, and I'm probably going to take that away. You see there's a fold. It's not really holding. This one has this kind of it's sewn, but it's got that separated spine, which is great. Fine. It doesn't matter either way. But I am going to take this off, and I'm not going to throw it away or anything. I'm probably going to use it for something inside the book. But you see the color difference. And it's got a little, somebody wrote something, which is fun. Okay, so we're going to consider this our first page. So I want you to open your book. If you have one in front of you, I want you to turn the first page, and then I want you to count 1, 2, 3 pages and rip or use a blade. It's generally easier to rip them if they're old anyway. Just maybe put your thumb down or a ruler or whatever. I want you to tear out all 3. All 3. Tearing out all 3. And if that first page comes away because it was already kind of damaged at the front there, that's fine too. That's fine. No big deal. Okay, and then what's going to happen, so this tear does not show. We are going to take this first page and we are going to glue it to the page on the other, to that page on the other side of the tear. So we are enclosing that little tear right there. And that will be our first page. And we're going to set this off to the side. Keep those pages. They can be used. So as far as your glue goes, you can start with a glue stick, which is great. You can use a wet glue with a card. With this first one, let's use a glue stick because we got that tear right there. And the tear doesn't matter. These are going to be places where you can add other papers. So like your thin gel prints are great for this, like tissue paper. Okay. And then I'll probably use wet glue after this. Just wanted to share that you can use that. Make sure you lay so you don't get a warped page. Lay your page back down and then, you know, do that. So now we have our very first page, and it's hiding the tear. I don't know why there's a tear right there. I didn't do that unless I took it out to use the page for something. So in that case, maybe I'm going to go ahead and, so I can hide this tear right here, I'm going to go ahead and give it a third page. Normally what you do is you skip one, count out 3, tear those out, and then that page after that gets glued to number 1. So I'm going to lay this back down. Good. Okay. So we're going to be leaving places to have pockets as well that are on the side. And I kind of like those in the front and in the back. But this will be a first kind of a forward page. And then I'm going to take one, put it aside, just the one page, and I'm going to count out 1, 2, 3. And this really reduces the size of your book so that you have room to put all that good stuff in there. And if you can't use, let's see, if you can't use just tearing, you can use a blade, but just be very careful. Okay, now this is where our tear is, remember, and we have this one page. So we're going to glue this one page to this page. And this really reduces your the number of pages that you have. So it might seem overwhelming to look at, but it really has a lot fewer pages than you think. That other one just was a really thick one. All right, so there's that. Now, maybe I will stick with the glue stick. I just feel like I'm going to go through a whole glue stick. I could go to wet glue and a card. And if I do that, then what I would want to do is lay something underneath it so it doesn't, you know. All right. So we're going to pull aside the one. Oh, I need a pocket. So let's go like, we're going to pull aside this one, take 3. We're going to make a side pocket. And put those together. Now with your pockets, you'll lose them if you do not. And the other one had like tabs, like an old dictionary did. But you'll lose them if you don't put a thumb hole. Just, you will. You can go back in and do your edges with wet glue after the fact. Okay, I'm going to put that there. Now I'm going to grab this page that we had already glued together. And I'm going to decide kind of where my thumb hole goes. You can cut this out with scissors or whatever. You can add 2 if you want. And then what I'll do, these are glued together. Maybe I want to finish that off so I don't get confused about where the hole is. Just kind of give it some glue. You could use tacky glue for this too. That's good. It works great. I just don't want to be peeling back the wrong pages and undo it. So what I'm going to do now is take these 2 sections that we've glued together, and I'm going to go along the edge. Altered books are a lot of fun. Because they're ready for you. And you get to use some of the text. You could do some of the found word poetry would be fun with this on some of the pages. That'd be great. So now I have a pocket right here with a thumb hole. Okay. So now I'm going to take one page and I'm going to rip out 3. Getting it started at the top is the hard part, I think. Okay, set that to the side. I'm going to try wet glue now, I think. So I've got my mixture of school glue and water. And I want something to put in between it. Something waxy, preferably. I could use this still. All right. So all I need to do is use a card or a brush or whatever. I need to find my brush. Boy, that didn't get clean good, did it? Any sort of wet glue will work. Not too wet though, hopefully, because you don't want it to, kind of bubble up. It depends on how thick your pages are though. So that, sometimes you need to pull the book back a little bit if you notice that it's starting to feel a little wonky in the, And remember, this is how we're covering up our tear spots too. And it keeps the integrity of the book intact. So, probably should have 2 of these, huh? I know I do. Okay, so now I'm going to take 1, 2, 3. To the side. And your book pages can be used in a number of ways. The ones you tear out. You can make pockets out of them. You can cover them and make like little tags or, like triple them up. Does it take a while? Oh, it really, once you get I'm taking my time here. Hi, Rebecca. Welcome. Who's paying for the glue stick? You just found your sacrificial book, El Greco. Yeah, take out your pictures first before you start doing your counting, because it'll kind of mess with your counting. If you want to save any of those pictures, I really recommend that. I should go back to the glue stick. I don't want to wait for it. I can't make up my mind. I feel like I've just been jittery and vibrating on a new level for some reason. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and I need to not get sucked into the news and, keep up my momentum, I would say. Okay, so saving 1. Now I'm going to start going through these faster. You think you guys got this part? Because then we'll move on to the next part. I don't need to do all of this all at once. I do recommend doing that for everyone. Go through the steps, decide where your pockets are going to be as you go. But go through these kind of steps first. But what we'll do is jump ahead. Notice I'm pulling it back a little so I can line up those pages correctly. Okay. All right, saving 1, 2, 3. A couple more. Ugh. And you may notice that you end up getting extra. And we don't want that. We don't want that. This paper is like cotton. Every book is going to be different. Sacrificial book. I do love that. Hi, Rhonda. Did you pick out a book yet so you can play along with us? This should be fun art therapy for us all. And we'll work on some pages together, and on other times we can do this on our own. Just, you know, maybe something by the TV with a bunch of scraps and some markers. Okay, so let's say I have this many going here. All right, so preface is the preface, right? And then I have a pocket, and in my pocket I can put tags or things I want to add to the book. That's why I like having them at the front and the back. You know, anything that you think, like maybe you have a bunch of focal points that you feel like, oh, I really like this and I want to use it, so I'm gonna put it in this book. Or tiny scraps, whatever. Another way you can prep these, though, because these are all like canvases, technically. So let's prep one with some gesso. I'm just going to use a card here. Oh, it's almost time to get some new gesso. So all I want to do is kind of, doesn't have to be perfect unless you want it to be perfect. This is really up to you and your soul, because this is your art diary, basically. So you need to do you and the styles that you like, and they don't have to match, remember, from page to page. Something that you can do, which is fun, use your gel prints, use your tissue papers. You know, I wouldn't do anything too super thick if you're going to cover the whole page, because you're going to want to make sure your book can close. And if you plan on that, maybe take out some extra pages here and there. Pictures out. Title of the chapters are cool. First chapter titled Land in Decay. That will be the theme on a few pages. I think mine is going to be kind of, we won't go back. I'm kind of thinking mine is going to be, I'm going to do what feels, you know, good in your heart at the moment. So that is in my heart at the moment, and I think it should be front and center. But I'm going to just kind of play and go with the flow. So watch this. This is kind of fun. So it's wet. I'm going to take this page right here. And what we should do is make a writing board. That would be fun, wouldn't it, ladies? Making a writing board to go behind the page that we're working on. Do you think we should make one of those too? Okay, while this is wet, I want to go a little wild at my desk without a box. And of course I could put a stencil down, I guess, but you know. It's a fun chance to use those mediums. And where's my squirt bottle? Activate that oxidizing. I'll take some of these extra pages and kind of get a little bit of that off. Ooh, that's pretty. Little extra pages to blot some off. Some of these little puddles. So I watched a new series. I don't know. It's not really new. They just have the second series out. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. So Troppo, has anybody seen it yet? I kind of avoided it because I thought it was American from the previews because the one dude is American. And if they have an American accent, I'm like, I'm out. I need to be in Europe. That's that's me. I don't know why, but I do. Okay, so I've got these fun pages to work with too, and these are like really cool pockets or tags or great tag starts, I think. So I'm gonna set those to the side, but that's fun in the wet gesso. I think it does something different. It comes out a little different, and I like it, especially if I can dry it. What series? It's called Troppo. Hi, Chris. I'm glad you made it. Am I missing anybody else? Mo? Got Kathy, Chris. Oh, I'm so glad you're all here. It is on Amazon Prime if you get a chance. And I didn't think I would like it, but honestly, you end up kind of falling in love with the girl. At first you're not sure, and then by the end you have kind of a weird girl crush because you just, you do. It's so good. It's a series. And it's like I just finished. No, I'm almost done with season 2, or I just finished. Did I finish that last night? I did finish it last night. Darn it. Julie's question regarding whether to hole punch both pages of a top pocket, please. You really only need to do one. If you do 2 and you want to do 2, you might do one here and one here. So you can see from each side, whether you're on this side, you can see it's a pocket, or on this side, you can see it's a pocket. Hi, Diane. So I need to add a few people to our list. So we're going to start the postcard sign up right here. And then I will make some posts. So I want you guys to watch for that. And Mo, I will ask Mariah. I did see that earlier. But let me add, we have Diane Bell. I added Rhonda. Let's see. I'm working on it. I got to be able to see these. Hold on. All right. Moving up the list here. We got a Nina. Okay, we have Chris. I haven't added yet. Kathy and Chris. Okay, those are the other 2. So this is for the drawing. Okay, so a good girl would do this real quick. Let's see if I'm a good girl. Huh? Just so we can close it. Speaking of which, you will be able to emboss and drip and stamp and do everything in here that you would do in your art or junk journals. So, oh, that's okay, Silji. I'm glad you're here. And I have you on the list. Okay, so I'm going to put that wax paper between here, and we're going to move on. So let's see if we can find, these are just roll-offs, which are good for here. Let's find a page that we did, and let's decorate one. Shall we do that? You guys think we should? Oh, Susan. Susan, I need to get your name on there. Susan loves paper. Am I going to find you in Makers of Mixed Media as well, Susan? because I'm not sure. Or do we have another mutual friend? I'm not sure. Let me know. And when I announce the winner, I will ask them to PM me with their information. I can help you find it. Okay, cool, Mo. Thank you. Okay, so what I want to do first is grab some, you might use the grubbiest paper that you don't even think that you would have possibly used, like maybe something like that. And those are leftovers from my last project. Maybe I have, you know what I have here? I got these papers that I really like. I mean, are these me or what? Look at these. They're so cool. So maybe I'd like to add some of that. What do you think? And you don't have to finish each page as you go. That is not, you know, it's not necessary. You can work through your book in any way you'd like. You can start it one day, and I'm sure you saw with the other book, and finish it, you know, 2 months later because you found that one thing that you were looking for. So what if I did that on one page like that? I like it. Kind of fun. Oh, they are really gorgeous. I don't use a lot of like scrapbook paper. I have one container. It's one of those like milk crates with like 12 by 12 and other scrapbook paper. And then I have one little bin that's got small papers that for some reason I was ordering and then never using. And maybe it's time to break those out for this. You know, I could use gel prints, and I can use my favorite focal points, play in opposites like I like. You can put tabs on the side, which I think are so fun. We like a tab. Drop it like a tab. Drop it like a tab. I'm off the coffee, by the way. It's been really bugging me. I don't know what's going on with me. I told my husband, I just feel like I'm vibrating. It's the weirdest thing. I'm raising my vibration. That's what I'm doing. It's a spiritual thing, I guess. It's very possible. I don't know. I have been meditating a lot. So let's see. I have something else that goes with this. From that same order, and check it out. It is washi tape. That is like this. Look at that, you guys. I think it was $2 for all these. I mean, there's probably not much on there, but wow. So I think if I take this one, which is probably the one I'll go through first, and let's see, I need to find something to put on here with it. And maybe I'm going to write an intention. Show you guys what I mean by that. Before you start your book, you really, really should give yourself the permission slip, like I showed you in the other book. And we've done this for another one, you guys. But before you start your book, you should make a declaration for your journal, because this is your private place to let it all out. You can share it if you want, but you don't have to share it. It's a place for self-discovery, healing, and to let your soul sing. There's no pressure. You'll try to do it daily or when you can, even if it's only for 5 minutes, and add to it as you go along, and make it part of your routine if you want. You don't have to put that part, but it's for your mental health and letting go. And, you know, it could be, Rhonda. I'm not really sure about that. Chris, are you leaving us? Oh, having lunch. 12 by 12. Oh. So I need to put this back in my book, and I write it different each time, but before you begin, you probably should do that. And it can help guide your process. So I've got this bin of crap here. I can say that, right? And it's just this and that. Got some weird scraps. Got the oligarchy. Not really the vibe. I do really like that one. There's a bike. Let's see. Some of these are too thick, and I wouldn't use them because they're too thick. But, maybe enjoying some weirdness over here. And maybe that's where I write. Doesn't he look like a politician? I mean, he looks like 90% of them all mixed together. You hope your dogs will not eat your book. Oh, you'll be here for about 30 minutes. Oh, that's nice. This is just a really good place to mix together all that stuff, like your little images that you've saved and stuff you didn't know what to do with. Stickers, great place for stickers. I haven't even opened that. I made the metal ones and stuffed them in there, but oh, maybe I want to use that. And I need to find a focal point, girl. Also, anything else grungy in here? That's kind of grungy. That is just, I'm sure I have 9 bins just like this, so I always think, oh, I got it all organized, and then I find 6 more bins, Oh, that's got stickers in the bottom. See? That was for a project. Watch me go. Just pulling out the basics here. There's a, no. Do like that. Oh, there's another piece of that. Oh, I have this paper that I had rusted. I probably could use some of that. That's a good idea, actually. And so any of you that have an embossing machine or a die cuts, those would be great in here. Got all these little goodies here to choose from, and they kind of go with the vibe. And on here, I'm going to write. So I want to write, and I'm going to use the music. So all is well. So this is the kind that you can cover up. Let's see if I can talk and write at the same time. All is well in my soul. So you can cover it up, you can keep it, you can write when you're done. Like maybe I would take a white gel pen and write in some of these places, and do it as scribbly as you can. So if somebody does open it and you don't want them to read it, possibly they won't be able to. So all is well in my soul and the world around me. So then I would glue it down and decide, do I keep it? Do I cover it? And I'm probably going to cover it. So I'm going to put that on the edge. Remember, the more you put down, the thicker your pages are going to be and the more gator mouth your book is going to be. So that's the other reason why we take out a lot of the pages. Oh, do I need to move down? Sorry, guys. Any questions? Picture. Multitasking. That's always good. I can't do that anymore. You did a pocket, a different way, fold, glue the corner down to the front page. There's a lot of different ways you can figure out how to make a pocket here. Charmaine. Oh, hi, Charmaine. Thanks for letting me know, Mo. I appreciate that. Oh, yes, she needs to go on my good girl list. I think she's on there once, actually, for leaving a comment. So she gets another check mark. That's what she gets. And this is the list I have going of people that left comments and that are in the drawing. So let's say I haven't used any of this stuff yet. Let's say I add a piece here. See how it looks. I think it's like a sticker. It is. So I think I'm going to stick it there. Maybe I'll wait and put it on last. I really don't have very much washi tape, and which is great. I really like this paper, but it's a good time to use it in places like this. So if I put that there, I'm just going to start gluing. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to overthink this. I'm just going to glue. And when I get stuck or frustrated or tired, that's when it's hard to make decisions. And those are the moments where sometimes it's easier to just say, okay, I'm just going to do it. I'm just doing it, you know? Okay. And what's next? And then note that I will go around and get all those corners with some art glitter glue after. I think I want to use some of this. It's been glued together. This would be a great thing to use die cut, but I'm not going to do that right now. However, maybe I will do this. Maybe come all the way over right there. If you're going to use an entire gel print, give it a really good crease and glue the crease down first, and then you can glue it down also. Just a thought. This is going to be harder to glue because it's got paint on it. So here we go. Any kind of wet glue will work here. And I'm trying to make things uneven. Ooh. So political things keep popping out at me. And here we have the word sheep that randomly happened, and I don't know what this book is about. Suddenly there's a sheep. And there it is again. I'm leaving it. So I have this, which is really cool. I have a little bit of blue here. And it's on a piece of tissue paper. And Rhonda, that's your stencil there. I think it's going to go right there. Yeah. Tissue paper is really good for this stuff. It's nice to see the words behind too. I like that with the gesso when you barely cover it. It's just so nice. Oh, I need to go over more there. All right, pick that up. This is going to bug me right now, so I'm going to go ahead and get this corner and this one. Come on. I can't find the hole. So if you want to pick a theme for your book, that's just fine. If you want to change from page to page, that's fine too. If you know, normally I would pick a theme. That's my style. But in the last book you saw, I did not. And I enjoyed doing every spread because of it, because I wasn't locked in. You love how differently everyone uses each of PM Designer's designs. Yeah, I love that we're all different. It could use some goddesses, but this one's grungy, so I will have a page with goddesses. Right now, the world could use some goddesses, in my opinion. So I've been thinking about doing an assemblage, actually, with everything that's going on. And, you know, maybe that's a tab. What do you guys think? Oh, yeah. More of this. This is texture. Yep. Doing it. So I'm just going to fold it in half because this is heavy duty paper. Make sure it's straight. I could turn it into a paper clip, or I could just add it. So I'll glue it down on one side and leave the other side open because I might want to put something under it. So we shall see. Yeah. I'm going to glue it together. This is a good way to make a pen holder for all the doodling you might do. So glue it together first. And then I've got this little flap here. And we're just going on the one side. So I've been craving making dangles, you guys. With my new clay lady heads, the busts. I really want to make some of those. And I'm probably going to end up putting one of those on the cover of this, I think. Oh, thank you. Hey, you guys know what? I am closer to 1,000 than I realized. It just happened. It was so great. With this, I may go back down, but we have a platform right now and it's very important to use our voice. So it kind of had to be done. So maybe this goes here, here. It's kind of textury, so yep. I don't know why I'm making the choices I am, but I am. Usually I find my focal point by now, so I guess that's next. This is texture too. It's got texture paste on those crosses. Oh, totally forgot about you. I want to see what's in here because all I did was stuff my silver things in there. I need to do dishes before I left mine. You didn't see my new busts, Diane? I know that sounds like something I can't show on YouTube, but hold on. I can show you this. Find the painted ones here. My new busts, you know. Got it. These ladies right here. This one broke, which I think has so much opportunity. These ladies, she's my favorite. Might bring in extra subbies if, oh yeah, if I'm busting out on my channel. Isn't she neat? Let's see. There's more, but wait. Right here. Might end up putting a lock on it, which is fun. Painted that. This one's new also. And these ones I was playing and I put them on old paper, old embossed paper, and then used glossy accents on it. And I was just kind of playing. So, oh, check that out. Ooh. I might have to do something very Egyptian for this. You need a Coke Zero. I wish I could have some coffee Zero right now. I need coffee. I can't have coffee. Something I do want to do here. Let's find my thing. There it is. I'm going to use this small one. I'm going to punch a hole so I can add a charm, because you know me and charms. There we go. Let's find one of those while I'm at it. Not it. Too big. Find the right ones. I mean, so all those supplies that you guys have been collecting and you've got everywhere, like, wow, where are the small ones? Oh, there they are. Like, oh, I have orange ones. I've never used one of those. Like your wood pieces and your, you know, your, maybe you don't use enough fabric. Maybe you need to use some new charms. All those new things that you've been collecting, see how you can work them in. Why? I mean, why not? I mean, I've never used a colored thing here. Nothing against them, just, oh, I think I need to change that. That one? I'm guessing here. It's so quiet in here. It feels weird. Okay, change. Maybe. All right. See if I can get that in there. I did it. And it didn't break. Okay. The orange kind of goes. Used to have resin, hot glue, and air dry clay. Rebecca, me too. Did you make these? Yes, I did. And they are not resin. They are the clay that is moldable from, oh my gosh, I know their name. If I had coffee, Flexform. And they are, you can find them online, and it is a flexible clay. And she sent me some to play with, and it's just amazing. Like, you can go around bottles and boxes, and, you know, they're not just flat and stiff. You can use them for all kinds of stuff. And we do need to play with those some more. Anyway. And that's that. And that's my spiel. Okay. Now I want to take some of this. I'm ready. I think I'm ready. Come on, get off me. So I'm going to leave the word sheep and put that there. I don't like it when they have this sticker on the back, because they end up unwinding and then you have this big mess of sticker. It's a big tangle. All right, let's see if I can get it off. That's the other thing. Got to be able to get it apart. All right, I did it. Oh my gosh. We're leaving the word sheep. And then finding a focal point. Let's go to my little box of magic ladies. Got an extra. It says goats up here. That's great. Need something right there. Okay, box of ladies. Let's grab them. Let's see if we can find one that fits this and move all this stuff out of my way. Oh, I still didn't look through those, did I? Let's put them over here. They're stickers, but they kind of have a 3D effect. All right, ladies, ladies, ladies. I need one that goes. It's kind of a grungy thing happening, and I either go opposite, if you know me, or I, fall in line. Naked ladies. More from our project. Let's see. I love her. I've been enjoying using her from an old magazine. Conquistador. He doesn't go. I love her. I'm going to make some copies of her. Let's see what we got here. What if it's not really a steampunk thing, it's a grungy thing. Maybe. Not a ballerina. Unless it's a ballerina. Uh-oh. I think I need some iced tea. All right. One more shot and we'll look at a ballerina and see if she works. Let's see. Definitely not. Trying to think of what goes there in that grungy world. And it could be, anything. We will use him on a page, but not the grungy page. But I do want to set him aside. He's fun. Are we having sadness? Oh, thank you, Silja. Thank you. It does feel like ages, doesn't it? I even threw some extra ones in July. I think there's an extra day coming in August. And I also am helping with the Streamathon with Miriam. So watch for that schedule because I will be in there 3 times, I think. So 3 different times I volunteered during the Streamathon. These are kind of fun, but I just don't see the grungy. What kind of character do you think of when you say grungy? Certainly isn't naked ladies. Chinese ladies, and she's cool, but I don't think I want to take away her tree. Ah, she's amazing. Let's put her aside. I have some witches. Not grungy. Nah. A stone statue? A pirate. A pirate would go with that. Sharon and Fibs. What? Was I not supposed to say anything? I thought it was a known thing. Do I have a pirate? I might have a pirate. Well, he's kind of the opposite. And I really like this head. Okay, so let's just pull those aside. I have more, but you know, this is just what's right here. So, all right. We don't want to waste all day doing that. Okay. So whatever I do, she's looking in this direction, so she would have to go that way. And I'm not sure about that. We've got little boy Red here. He's kind of fun. And the dude. Kind of wide. I've got a girl that seems, she kind of matches and doesn't match. There's an opposite going on here. So I kind of like her. What do you guys think? Do you like her? Good night, Miriam. Thank you for being here. Swagman? Swagman? What is that? Your eyes say no more. Oh. Well, you sleep well, Miriam. I think I should be concentrating on women as well. That should be happening. Yeah. Maybe grunge the statue up with ink first. That's a good idea too. I would want to use the skinny statue, I think, and put it there. Or that. Of course, I'm going to have to cut it out. I've got these 3 boys here from a movie set, and he's picking his nose, and he's missing a tooth, and he has a corncob pipe, and those are kind of funny. And then I could go really weird and add a ballerina right there. No ballerina. Okay, so I am thinking. I think her, I hate to say it, but her colors are right. She's weird. I like her. Okay. We are doing it. Doing it, chewing it. Schmooing it. I told my husband I've been feeling drunk a lot lately too, which is weird because I don't drink. And I think it is the medicine that they changed for me. Just some days I'm just feeling drunk, you know? Which is a good thing because I'm not having a hangover. Normally I would have a hangover, and that's why I had to stop drinking. I was never good at drinking. Okay, cutting her out with her weird little bun. We'll do something else to her as well to make her kind of unusual, I believe. Like really unusual. So don't forget, you can just paint flowers, or maybe one day we'll do a teaching lesson with a landscape that I used to share with people. That would be, well, I just cut off half her hand. That doesn't happen. She has to have something in her hand now, guys. Well, that sucks. I should have vacuumed before I started doing this. My floor is covered in teeny tiny little pieces from the last few times I was up here. All right. I'm trying to decipher what is usable here. I think that is it. That's her. and no white edges. It's a great place to use your stickers also. All those things that you're just not using. She almost looks like a ghost with that. That is her, like, she's got this billowy dress. Or is she sitting on something? Or does she go here? I'm kind of liking her over here. Have her sit on that. Okay. Kind of follows the line of the 7 right here too, and I like that. Let me see if there's anything fun here. These are cool stickers. These would be nice to put some little messages on that are on point, you know, with how we're feeling. And then there's a whole bunch of these, which will make great tabs. All right, so we're going to have her sit right there, I guess, and follow the line of the 7. And I'll put something in her hand. Okay. She came out of a bottle. We could paint a bottle, I suppose. Maybe she's your fairy godmother, ready to grant a grungy wish. I could draw a bottle. I don't think we have a name for Swagman. For us, a tramp, but that's not often someone who works and journeys on. Once a jolly swagman camped by a billabong. I do know what a billabong is. It's a little pool of water out in the dirt in the middle of the outback. I saw them rescue an alligator. Okay, well, I'm going to put her here anyway, and then we can make some choices about that. So, and then I'll show you how you can prep some pages that you don't have to finish so that you have inspiration for later when you open it up. Because you'll see it differently when you come back. I'm going to let her hang over that. We're going to put a sign in her hand. What should her sign say, ladies? What should it say? And it needs to be a light color because that is so dark. Like, I could use this little scrap, or I'd rather use that little scrap in a different way. Nope. I'm just going to use some of this paper that I rusted with the nice crinkly edges. What should it say? She's a gin. She needs a bottle. Bye, Chris. Enjoy your dinner. Um, 3 wishes. 23 wishes. Our wish for humanity. Don't be wishy-washy. You choose. I've got a blue marker here because we got a lot of blue. Okay, which one is it? Wishy-washy, 23 wishes, my wish for you, anything that has to do with wishes. If you can think of any phrases, short phrases that have to do with wishes. Fish, fish, I got my wish. Oh yeah, it was sheep. A wish for the masses. I wish you weren't a sheep. I'm going to double down on that word too. I am going to circle it really messy style with my blue pen. Look at that. Make it stand out. I can do a lot of doodling on these too. I think I will have a lot of fun. If I take this downstairs, I'll throw it in my box of tools. Just got a few things in it, you know, things I have doubles of, like markers and glue sticks and whatever. And I can sit and kind of play with these. I think that's fun. Don't be a sheep. Follow your own wishes. Teresa says 23 wishes. I wish you the life you deserve. Ooh, I love that saying. I wish you the life you deserve. Mm-hmm. You guys get that, right? It's like asking for your own karma. You keep 3 wishes ready in case you meet a fairy coming down the street or a djinn. You always know your 3 wishes that day. Can you wish for more wishes, or did they already debunk that? I really would only have 2 wishes, I think. I mean, maybe. So I wish you the life you deserve. How do you guys feel about that one? Should we do it? Let's see if I can write it. She does look like she's rising up. Maybe I'll put that on the bottle. Okay. I wish you life you deserve. Okay. I'm going to make the edges crumbly. Since this one is actually natural, I'm going to make some more of that. Let's get that walnut ink. Not walnut. How about ground espresso? Mm-hmm. This is fun. I really hope you guys decide to do this with me, because we can pull these out when we feel like we need a bit of art therapy with all the crap going on in the world. Sorry, I almost said it. I grant you the wish of change. I like that too. You know, maybe you guys should make a page based on the same sort of theory, and you can add all the different, you know, what you would wish for maybe, or what you would wish for others. I'm going to put this all the way up here, or as a sign that she's holding right there. All right. If you guys want to make it all pink and lacy, that's fine too. If you want to make it super grungy, that's fine, but you really don't have to have a theme for this book. You can have a different theme every single day because it's a journey. It's a journey. I think I need some of this right here. What you think? See if I can get this one apart. I have been playing with the nail films that you use with the UV light, and I finally got the base coat so they wouldn't peel off as easy, and the right one still peeled off last night. So maybe I did something wrong. I'm not really sure. So I'm gonna put this just like right there and leave a gap. Oh, that looks better already, doesn't it? Okay, so she needs a stick that's going to connect to her hand. I did that on another one, actually. So I'm going to use my blue pen again. Start at her hand. Hate to cover that 23, but it must happen. And then make it come out the bottom. Okay, and then we need to figure out her bottle. So her bottle, I'm going to sketch it out first with a different pen or a pencil, and then maybe we'll paint it on. That sounds good, right? If jittery me can do it. You love it the more you look at it. Oh, thank you. You know, it's really weird. When I do things like this, I'll go back and look at it 2 weeks later and I'm like, wow, I really dig how I balanced that. And I didn't realize I was doing it at the time. That happens a lot, you know, because you're just making quick decisions and you end up with a powerful message, or you balanced it in such a way that it's just singing, you know. I really love it when that happens, like going back through old work and seeing what you've done. So let's see. Let's make it really skinny here. And then just a basic sort of, and then I'm going to give it a handle, I think, and a spout. A handle. So it's not going to be a traditional oil lamp. It will be kind of, I don't know. I've never drawn anything like this, but we'll see. See how it looks. I think it needs to be skinnier right there. I think I'm going to use a marker. She really should be coming out of this right here, huh? So maybe I have an idea. Instead of that, maybe it's her own special base, and she gets, and it's like a chalice almost, or a trophy. What else would you call that, where it has a handle on each side, like the antique, you know? Do you get what I'm saying? All right, marker. Let's find one. I think I should use white, and then I can outline it. Where are you? Where'd it go? Okay. So I'm going to fill it in first, and then I will do the rest. And then it'll get some white highlights here and there. Or maybe silver. Maybe this should be silver or gold. Painting it white would be the first step, because then I can go over it with that. It's kind of like putting primer on your eyelids to make your color stand out. Should it go down over the tape? Or at least to the tape. And then I'm going to give it a little right here. Okay. Now I need black. Hopefully it's dry. Dry, dry, dry. Actually, let's use a bigger black. So what's her name? We should name her. Your day begins with a new wish every morning. It absolutely does, Teresa. You're right about that. Good morning, make a wish. You guys can write anything you want on yours. If you want to use this theme, I bet that you can figure out a fun way to do it, and you know, the focal point that you might use for it. You know, dig through your stuff. Maybe there's just even something in a magazine that's possible. We still could go over this with a little silver, I suppose. So if you guys get a chance to see Tropo, definitely do. It wasn't what I expected. It's Australian. Usually like Australian and English stuff. I'm just really at a, you know, when I'm not feeling creative and I'm just not feeling like myself, I watch TV, you know, because it takes my mind off of everything else that's going on. You like Minerva? Should we call her Minerva? Annie, Pandora. Ooh, Legia's got it going on today. Tatiana, Roberta, Mo. You're falling asleep on us, Silgy. That's okay. I know it's probably really late for you. Thank you so much for being here. And your name is in the drawing. Oh, yeah. So we either have Roberta or Pandora. I like that. It depends on how much humor we want here, I guess. I should find a gold. I don't even know if any of these gold pens work. It's been ages. Let's see if I've got something to blot off on. I think they're almost empty, and they're like 9 years old, you know. All right. Got it going on here. Hey, you guys know those pens that have like a different outline? They're like two colors. They're like mirror, but then they have like a, like it'll be red and it'll have a purple outline, kind of a silvery red in the middle. You know what I'm talking about? I kind of want some of those. Been seeing them for a while. They just look interesting. I like things that do more than one thing. I never used to use markers, and the more I play like this, the more likely I am to drag them out because I like the doodling and, you know, all that stuff that goes with it. It's just a quick and easy way to get where you're going, you know. I mean, I used to just dig out the paintbrushes, and this is just faster, I think. Wait, leave them lines. I either use the lines to my advantage or, okay. That works. Okay, what else needs to be gold? Let's see. Maybe where this is stripped away, instead of silver, and maybe I don't know if it's going to show up. I might put something right here. Gold. I don't know where else. Yeah, it's not going to work. I've got a better plan here. I've got this thing. It's got some different golds in it. Like, oh, pooey. This is my downstairs roll that I never open. I can't remember the last time I had this open. But look at those. Look at those. Unused. Maybe never used. You're back. Tatiana was the queen of the fairies. Maybe she needs her own fairy spread. I've never done a fairy spread. A Midsummer's Night's Dream. That could be the theme to bring in the fairies. Don't you think? Or maybe the kind of fairies that people, you know, didn't realize that the fairies were bad. They were up to no good. They were mischievous. Maybe with some forest stuff, lots of trees. Just a really scribbly line. And doesn't work very good, but yeah, I want to use this. So I'm going to take out my wax here. We're really getting into mixed media. Yeah, they're mischievous. But in some people will say they're bad even. Okay, so I'm adding gold. Boy, this needs babysat. Adding some gold here to the texture. I can't remember. I've seen a couple shows where the fairies were like hunting them and they had to hide from them. And I'm trying to remember what it was. I'm going to spray a little water in here. Probably would help if I changed my paper. Okay, so we've got that. Now, I think it needs other things, but I think the doodling bits, this says goats bands because, you know, I love a good goat band. Leprechauns are evil? Yeah. Don't they grant wishes too, though? See, it depends on where you're from, but you know, in Ireland, I would say the fairies and the leprechauns are not great. I'm going to catch up a little here. Evie, did you see the movie The Watchers? It's a twist on the fairy origins. That could be the one I was talking about. M. Night Shyamalan. Maybe I didn't see that. You love Fae like Xandra loves mermaids. That's awesome, Effie. It's dark, a few jump scares, but not too bad on the scariness. Now, leprechauns are just evil creatures. You've just seen the movie, right, Rhonda? She all sorts of alludes to why the fairies are bad to men, because they steal the babies, right? It's something about stealing babies, I think, or to humankind. The fairies steal babies, though, I believe. If they're a special one, and I think that was in the show I watched, and I can't remember what show it was. The little girl had imaginary friends, and she kept running off, and her parents got mad because she kept playing in the woods behind the house, and they closed up the gate, and the fairies were mad that she couldn't get to them. And so was the little girl. Oh, I stuck my hand in it. Darn it. I am a ding dong. Look at that. Okay. I can fix it. There. That's fine for now. Okay. So I'm going to doodle on this on my own. I'm going to leave the white space here, here, and here. So I have like 3 white spaces. And I may decide, one of the things I like to do with these kind of pages is write all the way around the edges, even upside down, and kind of frame it in writing. I think that's a really fun way to disguise your feelings and your, kind of journaling process. And if somebody wants to stop and turn your book and read it, maybe they'll be in for a surprise because it's lovely, Your kind of gal. I don't watch scary movies. I just don't. I watch detective shows, but I don't watch scary movies. Okay, because I have this in the orange, this says to me that I need to use colors that match this, okay? And I think the first thing I want to do this time is find my focal point. And maybe even a couple focal points. I really want to use him. I really, really do. I think he's wonderful. Don't you guys think he's great? He's out of that opera book. As you go along, you might go, oh, you're digging through your stuff, and you might go, I really want to use this character. So maybe you put him back on another page, or maybe you add him to a pocket in the front or the back, or you have an envelope that you can tuck these things in so it's ready to go if you want to take it down to your recliner while you're watching TV. TextureJunkies, have you seen the time I forgot to give you a 10-minute warning? Oh my goodness. You guys, where has it gone? Where did it go? That was like a time warp, wasn't it? Oh, sad time warp. Oh, well, thank you everybody for being here in my time warp today. I don't know if it felt as quick to you as it did to me. But I do need, before we go, I do need to know, with you here right now, everyone that's here, please tell me if I need to add you to the postcard list. And how this is going to work, I will assign you a partner, whether you decide you want to go US or not US. I will assign you the partner, and then it'll be between the two of you to hunt down each other's addresses. Excuse me. So you'll make a connection online to get that out of the way. Oh, Betty Davis. Oh, she's great for this stuff. If you've got photos of her, you definitely should. So raise your hand if you want to be in the postcard. Evie. And she says anywhere. Does that mean Trish as well? Yeah, it's one postcard, Rhonda, just one. And everything needs to fit into one card envelope. Um, so it can't be like a huge, we're not expecting a huge thing. We're sending a postcard that we've made this last month, and hopefully one that you've made with me, but it doesn't have to be. And we're going to, exchange, maybe a couple items, but it has to fit in a card envelope, like that you would put your greeting cards in. So let's see. Lucia, anywhere. Trish, you're anywhere as well, I am assuming. Let's see. Add Susan, anywhere. So glad you're doing this with us, Susan. And it's a great way to make new friends too, because, or connect with somebody that maybe you've known for a while. Tracy. USA. Okay. And Penka. So glad you are all doing this. And Penka says US. And let's see. Who else am I missing? Rhonda. US. And then I will get with Mariah and ask her if I can make a thing, because anybody that wants to exchange, that's fine. They don't have to be part of our little community as well. Susan, I got you for anywhere, right? Yeah, you make a new friend. I love it. I really do. Anina, did you, Miriam, Anina, Silji, and Chris that had to leave early. I'm not sure if they would want to sign up. We will figure that out. And what I'll do is, I'll chat with Mariah, ask her if I can do that there. If not, you guys go to my Facebook page and I will make a post. And I could also put it on Miriam's page on her. If you're not part of her Art Curious Facebook group, she lets us sometimes, share things on there because we're all part of the same community, and that's a good place to go. So I just don't want to put it in a whole bunch of different places, because then I have to gather them all together and it's going to be a little work. So, and Kylie also on the check with them on the list. Oh, I'm sure that Kylie wants to do it. I'm sure she does. She was willing to send a postcard to everyone that did something in a previous video. And if you don't know what that is, go back. It was when she was hosting with me. It was one of the first times. So go back and watch that to see what it is that you should do so that she will send you a postcard. And it was so sweet of her. Okay, so I have Evie, Trish, Lagia, Susan, Tracy, Penka, and Rhonda. Did I miss anyone at all? Mo? Mo? Hey, Mo. Mo? Mo, are you doing it? You know you want to. Should we throw Mo in? Oh, she's thinking. Mo is being quiet. Shh. Okay. We'll chat about it. I'll pressure her on the side. Okay, so if we are not friends, send me a friend request so that I have your information, and I can hook you up with someone in the group. Julie, did I get you? Julie's in, right? And Julie, are you Australia or anywhere? Joe, no. Susan, if you need me to connect with you or connect you with Sharon, I can do that. Oh, not you, Julie. Okay. All right. I mean, maybe if you wanted to exchange with somebody in Australia, I could get a hold of Diane and see if she wants to, chuck a postcard in the mix and you guys could exchange, possibly. So just PM me and let me know. I'm sure she has a postcard or she'll make one. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. If you liked and had fun with this, I hope that you join me. Find that old book. Don't forget, save a page, rip out 3, save a page, glue those 2 together, sandwich them around the tears. And let's get these ready so that we can have a play in them and have a little art therapy together, because Lord knows the world needs it right now. And remember, ladies, we are not going back. Reproductive rights. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, guys. You have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the morning at the PM Artist Studios stream. Bye-bye. Thank you, Mo, for all you do.